Former government minister out on self-bail after answering charges of cyberbullying. Police constable jailed for theft. And police ranks are still randomly pulling over motorists asking for documents. Greetings and welcome to Uncut News. My name is Modwat, filling in for Bulford, who is off tonight because he's recovering after surgery to cut off his goatee. I know, TMI, but in tonight's news, opposition MP Annette Ferguson is now out on self-bail after showing up in the Georgetown Magistrates Court to answer charges of cyberbullying. If you were not following this story, let me catch you up quick. It is alleged that on June 15th, she used the computer system to humiliate or harass a person. Said person being a senior member of the Guyana Defense Force who made the allegation against Ferguson in relation to a Facebook post which falsely alleged that he will be in charge of a killing squad. Ferguson was arrested on June 30th by ranks of the Criminal Investigation Department after the complaint was filed against her. The Director of Public Prosecutions advised that the police charge Ferguson under Section 195.5A of the Cybercrime Act, which deals with using a computer system to humiliate a person. And get this! This was the same law she voted to pass when her government was in power and had parliamentary majority. This stupid law, which defecates on freedom of speech, had major pushback from many stakeholders, but it was passed anyway. Now, look how shit are running from these reporters.
You trick me. Aren't I what you do? This guy turning. Miss Ferguson, would you like to give us a comment, please?
Shame. Police Constable Nalisa Mahaika did not pass go, did not collect 200, but went straight to jail for 8 months. The jail sentence was handed down today by Magistrate Alicia George at the Sparendam Magistrates Court after Miss Mahaika pleaded guilty to the charge which alleged that her fingers are sticky and that between June 30th and July 6, 2021, she accessed the Republic Bank account of her colleague and withdrew $500,000 in 4 separate transactions. Shame. Police are investigating the discovery of a firearm and ammunition today at Castillo Housing Scheme. A 44-year-old businesswoman is currently in custody along with a 40-year-old male shopkeeper. According to reports, ranks went to Lot 35 Castillo Housing Scheme, Georgetown, where a search was conducted on the business premises and living quarters. The police ranks found a Taros .32 revolver along with 2 matching rounds. The businesswoman and shopkeeper were arrested and escorted to the police headquarters in Ivlery, where they are currently assisting with investigations. In more gun-related news, police reported that ranks were on a patrol along the Murabali Creek, Essequibo, when they encountered 3 men. A search was conducted on them and their personal belongings, but nothing illegal was found. The trio were questioned and escorted to their camp where a search was conducted in their presence, and 1 yellow bucket containing a quantity of cannabis seeds and a transparent plastic bottle with 6 live 12-gauge cartridges were found in their presence. They were arrested and escorted to the Bartica police station. An investigation is in progress. By the way, do you want to advertise on this news or leak anything newsworthy? You can contact me at guyamazo@gmail.com. With that being said, are you one of the chosen few that benefit from duty-free? If yes, check out these amazing vehicles that just arrived at Best Buy Auto Sales. This 2016 Toyota Harrier Grand Sport Edition, this 2014 Range Rover Evoque, and this 2016 Lexus RX 200T are all on sale. They're fully loaded and come with all modern features. Call or WhatsApp 6620844 for more information, or visit their showrooms at Lot 171 Peter Rose Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamaha Street, and tell them you come to get in on this sweet deal. According to Kaitor News, locals are complaining about being paid less than expats for doing the same job at the Guyana Shore Base Inc. A number of local workers from the company visited Kaitor News on Wednesday and voiced several issues they're being faced with in the company. The workers claimed that during conversations with some of the expats, they were made to understand that they're being paid less than the expats that are working in the same field, and stated that this act is very unfair, and as local employees, they are being taken advantage of by the company. Kaitor News said they have made several attempts to contact the company to verify the workers' complaints, but all calls went unanswered. We will keep you updated with this story as it develops. It's now time for today's Rona Report. Today, Guyana recorded 77 new cases of the virus, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 21,351. There is now one more person dead, bringing the total number of deaths to 507. 8 persons are in the ICU and 1,068 persons are in home isolation. We're nowhere near the end of this pandemic, so continue to wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth, and mask up before you leave the house. When out in public, try to avoid enclosed spaces and remember to keep at least 3 feet of space between you and strangers. It is being reported that a 16-year-old died from the Roanoke. This was announced today by the Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, who said that the patient had a form of cancer and was also diagnosed with the Roanoke and was receiving treatment at an intensive care unit. This is the 3rd child to die from the disease in Guyana, and there are currently 7 other children receiving treatment. Fortunately, none of them are in the ICU. A quick cent is better than a slow dollar. Sell Digicel Top-Up and watch your money grow. This is one of the simplest investments you can make to make your money earn you money. Call 685-3109 and get started today. 2 sisters, 24-year-old Chantel Evans and 19-year-old Tamara Evans, were remanded to prison today after over 500 grams of marijuana were found at their Albaistown apartment. On Wednesday last, ranks from the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit carried out a search on a 2-story apartment building located at James Street, Albaistown. Kanu, in a statement which was released after the women were charged, said that during the search, 2 plastic bags containing ganja weighing 518.07 grams, along with a small scale, were discovered. The 2 women were the only occupants of the home where the discovery was made. They were arrested and appeared in the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Magistrate Leron Dali on Friday, where they entered a plea of not guilty and were remanded to prison until August 20th, 2021. 27-year-old Kevin Lindor of Bartico was today charged for murdering fellow miner Damian Williams at Itaki Bakdam on July 11th. Williams, known as Wild Buck of Parmakatoy Village, Region 8, was allegedly stabbed to death during a row with Lindor. Lindor appeared at the Bartica Magistrates Court and was not required to plead to the charge. He was subsequently remanded to prison and he will be back in court on August 6th. Have a business and need access to more gunduballs? Register it on the fastest growing business directories in Guyana. Sign up for free on snap.gy and get your business listed today. And yes, you've heard me right. It's absolutely free. Get listed today on snap.gy. And now for a stupid news of the day. Why are the police telling the public that traffic police are not to harass you on the road for documents with random stops and search, and some ranks still out on the road pulling you over and asking you for your documents? It seems as if some of these ranks comply with this directive, then courts and Lucky Dollar na can get paid, and the car dealer na can get paid. Everybody knows that these traffic ranks are earning their base salary and their bribe salary. So don't come and bluff the public with one thing, then allowing your ranks to blatantly disregard the directives in the streets. That's pretty stupid. Moving on to our Uncut News viewers poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current affairs in Guyana and you get to tell us how you feel. You give your responses in the comments and we will read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was about the tariff on vehicle importation. Should the tariff be dropped? Let's Roll Out said they should keep the duty on imported vehicles, but it should be reduced. If someone is repatriating home, they should have a vehicle exemption in place. I believe there's a remigrant scheme in place that allows for duty-free, but you should look into that. Let's Roll Out. He also pointed out that a car that costs 3,000 Canadian dollars would cost $6.8 million in duty based on the current tariff. Armanoth Pasad said, well, yeah, it's pretty stupid if you buy a car from Japan for 600,000 Guyana dollars and have to pay $1.1 million in tax. The government need to take off the tax since them MS enjoying duty-free vehicles and let the poor people afford vehicles too. Good point, Armanoth. Chief T disagrees. He said, can't drop the taxes on importing vehicles. It's the only form of control to keep the number of vehicles on the road in check. Cause who could afford it will buy a vehicle for every day of the week and every member of the house. Picture a family going to the movies and everybody using their own vehicles instead of just taking one. 6 people, 6 cars, a full parking lot MS. Chief T, you sound like a good coach, or. Anyways, for tonight's question, what's your favorite thing about Uncut News? I know you were expecting some deep contentious question, but I wanna know, what keeps you watching? Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. We will feature our favorite responses in the next episode. Anyways, that's all the time we have for tonight. Bulford should be back with you on Monday once his sack heals up. Until then, my name is Modwata saying have a great weekend and don't drink and drive, or else you might end up on Monday's episode as an accident story. Good night, people.
Hey Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.